Welcome. I just came across a super convenient Power BI hack, bulk column renaming. For years and years, if I had a data set with 100 columns, any number of columns, and say everything was capitalized or everything had an underscore or there was no spacing, I would go through and click every single cell, every column, and rename them. I have now figured out how to do bulk column renaming in seconds. So check this out. Say you have a column, say you have a bunch of columns, and they all have an underscore made because they're coming from a database, or they're all lowercase, or they're not proper cased. Well, through a series of steps I'm going to show you, you can in seconds rename them all using actually an artificial intelligence function within Power BI to create new column names extremely easily. This is a hack everybody should know. So we're going to dive into it. If you find this valuable, like, subscribe. Thank you for your support. Now let's get into it. Let's dive into Power BI. Let's go. All right, so here we are in Power BI. Firstly, like all my other videos, this file, Power BI bulk column renaming, is available to download in the GitHub link in the description of this video. Download it, follow along. You can do these steps. What we're going to be focusing on is all in the transform layer. It's essentially this screen. We have two data sets. So here's an example. Campaign data set. When we first get to it, we're going to have columns. That's campaign ID, goal amount, and you can see that there's no spacing between these words, but there's a capital letter. Well, bulk column renaming, we're going to show you how to click a few buttons and automatically rename them to something like this in seconds, where it's spaced in proper case. Or we might have an example where we have another data set that has all lowercase and there's an underscore. Well, previously I would go through and click every single cell and rename it. Now, in seconds, we can click a few buttons and rename everything using an artificial intelligence function in Power BI and a few key steps. So the way that's the goal. It's going to be easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. You will do this process on every single data set that's large going forward. It's so helpful. So let's look at it. In this file, we're going to go through this example twice. I believe that if you do things repetitively, it will instill that memorization, that muscle memory in your brain, and you can just repeat it. So we have two data sets, both slightly different. And you can open this file up and follow along. It's intentional. The two on the top left have completed the steps. The two on the bottom right here with the word lab, we're going to go through and we're going to do this process. Note, I'm going to go through it twice. So if you miss it, just stick with it. We'll come back again. And they're both slight. The process is the same. The outcome's the same, but the columns are totally different. So also finally, this will work if you're connecting to a data, if you're importing from a database, if you're importing from an Excel file, if you're importing from a CSV file or converting a JSON file, any kind of file structures, this will work. In this case, both of these are CSV files I downloaded from Kaggle. Just some random data sets that had different kind of columns that could be transformed. They could literally be 1,000 columns long. They could be 100 columns long. Typically following some type of uniform pattern of all lowercase, or they have an underscore or whatever. So now let's show you how to do this. In Power Query, on the right-hand side, there's going to be a series of steps. It's going to track all the steps you go through while transforming a data set. If you change something, it makes a step. As you build things, it adds steps. You can also reference steps. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's go through it. So the first step we want to do to start transforming these columns is we're going to get a list of all the column names. So to do that, we're going to add a step. Up here in the top, you can click a function or click this FX button. It adds a step, in this case called custom one. I'm just going to use a function called table column names. I'm going to get all the column names for the step. Change type. You can see change type is where I left off. You can rename it. You can call it whatever you like. In this case, we have a list now, and it's just got a list of all the column names. In order to use data that's in a list, we have to convert it out of a list into a table. So under transform, you can click on the top left to table, hit OK. And now it just converted it to a table. Awesome. Now let's add a new column. This is where the logic's going to come in. This is the coolest function. It's so simple. We're going to do column from examples. You can do all columns. And now this is where we just prompt the intelligence in Power BI to essentially, if you look at the left-hand side for this example, there's no space. I want to add a space before every capitalized letter. So if I just type the word, how I want it to show up, you do a couple of them and it just picks it up. Boom, it just picked it up. And now it said, okay, well, to do this logic, you would either have to memorize and know how to use splitter, split text, text by character, all this transition stuff. Or you just type it in like this and it makes it for you. Hit OK. Boom, check that out. Here's our new column. Very easy. So what we want to do now is take this other column. We're going to remove it. And now we have a list. Or we have a table of column listings. We have to convert this back to a list. You have to kind of use lists in data sets. So just remember the steps. It might be confusing, but you will get it after you do it twice. We're going to do it one time. We're going to do it again. Get the file, open up, follow along. You'll remember it forever. So now we're going to go to transform, convert to list. Boom. It's called custom in this case. Now this is a list of all of the columns. So let's make a new step of what we want the columns to be. We'll make a new step. We're going to call this step, we're going to go back to change type. Again, you could call these things, you could rename the steps. In the next example, we'll rename the steps so you kind of can track along even easier. So now you can see we're back to where we left off, old column names. And let's just prompt the renaming function. So to do that, I'm going to come into a column. I'm going to rename it. You can see it added a step called renamed columns. This list right here, we'll rename this so we can reference it. So you can come up here, rename, we'll call this new column list. Easy enough. Okay, so we want to rename the columns. So what you can see for the function for renaming columns, it goes table column renames, custom to, which is the previous step we're on. And then you basically take the column and you provide the value you want it to be. So we're going to delete this because there's a function that can reference lists. It can reference what we created. It's called list.zip. If we use this, again, you can see it returns a list of lists by combining multiple lists. You might not quite process it. I didn't at first. That's okay. Just do it, and then you'll memorize it. So what you do first is you're going to get the list of this actual data set. So just like we did before, table.column names for custom to, because that's the step that we were on. We can rename it something else if we want. Then we're going to hit comma. We're going to go get the new column list, which is what we got over there. Hit enter. Boom. Seconds. It just renamed every column with the list that we had before. If you had 100 columns, this saves so much time. It is the coolest hack. And then you can just go on about your business. So let's do it one more time so you get it with a different type of column. You'll see it's even more complex, the formula that's created. So here we are. Another data set. In this case, it's lowercase and there's an underscore. Well, I want to make it proper case and I want to remove that underscore. So let's go through the steps. Again, follow along because you'll do these steps. They'll be committed to your brain. You'll have this process in you forever. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make a new step. Come to our section, add a new step. We're going to call this table column names. We're going to get it from change type, which is this step right here. Again, you could rename that to you could rename the step to data or something, whatever you want to be kind of easy. As an example, I'll rename this data. So now if I would have just did column names data, you can rename your steps. Keep things organized. It's always helpful. So now we have a list. We want to take this list and transform. Sometimes if it's grayed out, you have to just click off and click back on. Go to transform. So this list, we're going to convert it to a table so we can work with it. Now we're going to add a column Columns from examples. Again, this is where it's at. From all columns. Now check this out. I'm going to say neo space ID. I'm going to say name. Look at that. That quick, this logic, it created it. Neo ID, name, absolute magnitude, estimated diameter, min. All these cool things. It's this function right here. Cool. Hit OK. It creates it for you. We're going to come back, remove the old column. Now we have this table. This is the step you don't want to forget. You have this new list. You have to create a list of what you want the values to be. So always remember, transform convert to list. We can rename this again. New list, whatever you want to call it. It's totally cool. So now we can jump back to the step because we renamed it. We'll just jump back to data. And again, I clicked this FX button, which is essentially, it creates a new step. I'm just going to put data. When it's blue, that's good. That means it's referencing something up in here in your applied steps. Hit enter. Cool. So now we're back. So what do we do next? We just prompt the renaming. So I'm going to pick any random column and I'll just say rename it. So again, it goes table.rename columns, custom to, that's the step that we're on. And then you're going to delete this part because we're going to put in a function that compares lists. List zip, hit this guy up. And now we're going to pick the first thing, where is within this list zip, you have to use these squiggly lines. I always usually forget that too, so hopefully it works. Now within here, we're going to go table.column names. We're going to get the column names from custom to, which is the step that was right here, or you can also reference right here. We're going to do comma. We're going to replace those column names with whatever our new list is. Just put new list and hit enter. Boom. Seconds to rename columns. For years, I renamed these manually, clicking on them. This is such an awesome step, especially if you're building data sets where you're landing data. Say you start with 100 columns. You got to go through and rename all of them. No more. This step is awesome. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll be happy to help. Subscribe, like this. Your support matters. Thank you for diving into Power BI with me, and you all take care. Have a good one. Bye.